And then from here, just simply observing how your body is feeling, any emotions. Been quite an emotionally challenging time. Even I've been feeling quite overwhelmed. So just observing anything that might be coming up for you today. And then from here, let's just start to take a few full yogic breaths. So we're breathing into the belly, into the ribs, into your collarbones. Sorry, I'm just trying to admit 2 more people. We're breathing fully into the belly, into the ribs, into the collarbone, and exhaling from the belly, from the ribs, and from your collarbones. A couple of more breaths here, really allowing yourself to feel grounded. So as you inhale, you're really lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, maintain that length, but relaxing your face, neck, chest, and belly. Those of you who just joined, we're taking a few rounds in full yogic breath. And after your next exhalation, let's bring our hands to our heart center in Anjali Mudra. And we're going to take 3 inhales and exhalations here. We're inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth, releasing a deep sigh. So inhale and exhale, deep sigh. Inhale and exhale. One final inhale and all the way out. And then let's take the backs of the palms onto our knees, come into Chin Mudra. And from here, let's start engaging our bandhas. So lifting the pelvic floor muscle, bringing the lower belly in towards the spine, really allowing that lumbar area to be nice and toned. And then the chin comes in towards the chest. From here, with a slight restriction at the back of the throat, we're inhaling and exhaling deeply in our Ujjayi breath. So we've lost power in one part of the house, it appears. But so you guys may not be able to see me very well, but you probably can hear me. So we'll at least go through the breathing sequence and see how it goes from there. Today has just been one of those days. So let's just continue with our Ujjayi breathing. And slowly moving into inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 6 or 8. So when you're inhaling and exhaling here, you really want to keep that chest area nice and easy. There's softness in the chest, in that heart area. And if you feel that your mind is unsettled, you might be wondering, we're just bringing that focus onto the breath, inhaling for a count of 4. And exhaling for a count of 6 or 8. So we're slowing down the breath. And using this Ujjayi breathing to warm up the body, preparing for asana practice. Three more rounds of Ujjayi breathing. And once you've completed your 3 rounds of Ujjayi breathing, let's go into 3 rounds of Kapalabhati breathing, because I think it will be good to So you can start with a round of 12 and take a second round of 24 and a third round of 36. So I think all of you are familiar with the Kapalabhati breathing. So we inhale and then start pumping the breath out. So you take an inhale and pumping the breath out. And once you've completed your round of 12, take a deep inhale, hold the breath inside the body, bring the chin to the chest. And when you're ready, bring your chin up to level plane and exhale. So we're doing 3 rounds. So just in your own time, moving into the second round and the third round. And once you've completed your 3 rounds of Kapalabhati breathing, just placing your hand on your heart. So I know that every one of you has completed the breathing. Try to add some. Someone who can't help. Really not. No. Okay, guys, so if you've completed your breathing, let's just come to the mat. From here, let's just go into 3 rounds of cow and cat breathing. So you know the setup for cow and cat. Starting from the base of the spine, we're lifting up, dropping the belly down, rolling the shoulders back, opening the chest. And as we exhale, we're starting again with the tailbone, lifting up, pressing the palms into the floor, and dropping the head down. Taking it nice and slow, your own time, rolling the shoulders back. After you completed your final round of cow and cat, just come down onto your forearms, your elbows are in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. So we're just going to that low cow and cat. So as you inhale, same movement, lifting the tailbone up, drop the belly down, roll the shoulders as far back as you can, lift it up, and starting with the base of the spine, coming into your cat. So breathe into the cow, and inhale, and into that low cat. One last time into the cow. Pressing the forearms into the mat, just feeling those shoulder blades hard. And then we're going to keep the knees in line with your hip points and walk the hands forward. Come into a bit of a puppy stretch. So bringing your core into flow, rolling your shoulders away from the ears, spread the fingers, staying here for a moment, softening the chest, softening the belly, and maybe taking your forehead or chin to the floor. Now let's stay with the forehead on the floor. One more breath here. And then let's walk the hands back. Take the big toes together, knees wide apart. Just come into a child pose. Again, really spread the fingers, grounding them down into the mat. Roll the shoulders back and away from the ears. You're lengthening the spine, tailbone all the way to the back of the room. Crown of the head all the way forward. Soften the belly, soften the sternum. And then let's walk our hands over to the right in this child pose so that your forehead is in line with your knee. Softening that left shoulder down to the mat, feeling the stretch along that left side body. And then let's come back to center. Walking the hands over to the left. This time softening that right shoulder down to the mat, making sure both sit bones are grounding down. Softening the chest. And then let's come back to center. And then from this child pose, bring your knees in, tuck the toes, take your bum back towards your heels, pressing the hands forward, like in that child pose, and then we're lifting the bum up, keeping the chest connected to the thighs. Staying here for a moment, and then lifting all the way up, keeping that chest and thigh connection for as long as possible, coming into a downward dog. Here, walking the feet out, rounding down to the left heel, right heel, shoulders moving away from the ears, feeling into that down dog, softening the chest and belly. Breathing here. And then let's walk our feet to the front of the mat. Taking a nice bend here in the knees, keeping our chest on your thighs. Just allow your hands to dangle the back of the neck completely releases. Take a breath here, bring the weight to the front of the feet. And then let's slowly roll ourselves all the way up to the back. Calm up last. And then let's come to stand at the top of the mat. Find a nice, strong Savasana stance. You're lengthening tailbone, breathe in, broad across your collarbones. And then let's open the palms, inhale up. Back to the palms first. Hinge forward, into your forward bend. Bend the knees here if you need. Dropping the head all the way down, relaxing the back of the neck. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale into forward bend, and then let's step the right leg back, left leg back, down facing dog. From here, lift up onto your tiptoes, come down onto your knees, and then make sure you're set up with your wrists in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hip points. And let's take that right leg back, ground it down firmly into the mat, your belly lifting to support your lumbar spine. Even weight between the hands, floating that back leg up, engaging the glutes, belly engaged. And then we take that opposite hand off the mat, breathe. Straighten that back leg. But here, and then coming down with the hand and the leg. And then we take the left leg back. Same thing, really activate the foot and spread your into the floor so that it comes up nice and strong. Maybe use the spine, opposite hand goes up, so you have nice level hips. If you are hanging down here, you want to lift yourself up. Come down with the hands and the leg. And then let's take that right leg up to the ceiling. And work this bum muscle here. So pushing up for 1. Notice that your thigh is parallel to the floor. 3, 4, 5. Coming down. Same thing on the other side. So as you step up here, nice parallel thigh to the floor. And if you're hanging down, bring that belly up. In the glute working from 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's come down, cross the ankles from behind, and come to sit. We're coming into this Dandasana position, hugging the left knee into your chest, and we're going to lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when you're doing this, if you feel like you're getting a lot of lift, just check in with your back, because you might be leaning into your back, and then you can get it much higher. But you want to be right on those sit bones, working from the top of the thigh, which means you might not get very much lift. We're going on to the other side. Then hugging into that right knee, nice lift with the back. Rounding down through the sit bones and lifting the thigh. And then let's come to lie on our backs. Round down through the heels, feet up yourself all the way down to the mat. Bringing the feet up into tabletop. Again, checking that they are not on your lumbar spine, on the curve of the spine. You're on your tailbone, so your knees are in line with your hips. Feeling that belly button area nice and engaged, flex the feet, and then we're taking the feet up to the ceiling. So don't take them up to 90 if you're coming off your tailbone. Come down to the tailbone, keep them even at 60 or 80. You want to feel the work happening beneath the belly button. Relax your neck, relax the shoulders, relax the chest. And then let's take the right leg down, keeping the left leg exactly where it is. Hovering just above the floor, legs up, left down, and legs up. Right down, and up. Left down, and up. On each side. Make sure you're keeping the chest and neck area relaxed. Again, working slowly. You're swinging your legs about really fast. You might be just moving away from the tailbone, then coming back to this tabletop position. Take your hands out into a T position. And we're bringing the knees closer into the chest, feet are flexed. And you're taking the hips slightly over to the left, bringing the knees together, heels together to hover over your right elbow. And you gaze over the left hand. Then shoulder into the mat. Breathing, holding it here. Coming back to center. Get the hips slightly over to the right. Bringing the knees together, ankle bones together, cover towards the left elbow point, right shoulder stays on the mat. Pressing those fingernails into the floor. Lifting position hands. Keep the feet flexed, knees hugging into each other. And then let's come back to center. Release the legs. Take the feet wide on the mat and just bring both knees over to the right. And both knees over to the left. And then you extend the feet. Take my hands above the head. And then coming up again, circle in the spine. Use the stomach and thigh muscles. Really ground down to the heels to come up. And then let's cross the legs in front. Come onto our hands and knees and go back into downward facing dog. I'm just taking this down dog here, observing how it feels. Second round of down dog. So rolling the shoulders away from the ears, softening the chest and belly. Breathing this down dog, making sure the weight is evenly distributed between your hands and feet. And then let's walk the feet to the front of the mat, in between your hands. Inch this forward, then bring the weight to the front of the feet, holding onto your ankles, maybe straightening out the back of the legs, belly onto the thighs, or keeping them bent. And then let's drag our way all the way up to stand. It's quite humid today, guys, so at any time if you want to have water, please go ahead and do that. And then from here, let's come to the top of the mat. Ready for our Surya Namaskar. Open the palms, bring them up. Back the palms up, hinge forward. Inhale and shift back. Exhale forward bend. That's the mat. Take the right leg back, right to the mat. Round down to the feet. Long through the tailbone, open up into your crescent lunge. Hands down, tuck the toes, step back in downward. From here, let's roll forward into a high push up back. Knees to the mat. Power back. Bring up chest and chin down at the same time, elbows into the ribs. Slide forward through the chest, baby forward. Elbows into the ribs. Back into down dog. Take a breath here. Take the right leg up to the ceiling, nice and straight, level hips. Step it forward in between the hands. Left knee comes down, grounding down through both feet. Opening up, use your head. And then let's come back down, tuck the toes. Stepping forward, inhale into your flat back. Then open arms. Other side, open palm, inhale up. Back to the palms touch, moving forward, into your forward. Inhale into your flat. Exhale into forward bend. Let's take back this side, let's knee to the mat. Inhale. Open back to the top. Lengthen the tailbone, opening from the upper back area. Coming back down. Tuck the shoulders, step back into downward. Take a breath here. Come forward into flat. Knees to the mat. Chest and chin. Sliding forward into baby cobra. So the skin above the belly button is still on the mat. Back into down dog. Left leg up to the ceiling, step forward, right knee down, open up. Back down, tuck the back toes, stepping forward into half forward bend. Full forward bend, two palms, up, and back. Let's keep going, open palm, inhale up. Back to the palm, touch into forward, into your forward. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale forward bend. This time, step the left leg back, right leg back, down and facing down. Come forward into a plank. Knees to the mat, chest and chin, or take the chaturanga. That's part of your practice. Into baby cobra, up dog, and back. Take a breath here. Then let's take the left leg up to the ceiling, step it forward. Up into runner's lunge. Nice straight back leg. Like we did in our bird dog. The bum is active. Hands off the mat. Coming up into high crescent lunge. Try to bring that front leg to 90, but keeping the tailbone nice and long. So if you feel like the back bend here, bring the ribs in. Strong to glutes. Exhale down, step back into down. Right leg up to the ceiling, step it forward. Step up in runner's lunge, hands back, strong legs out into high crescent lunge. Checking that you have a nice straight back. So we're not opening into a back bend here. Coming back down, step back into down. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And then let's walk the feet to the front of the mat. You can hop forward if that's part of your practice. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale into forward bend. And let's open arms. And then let's open the palm, inhale up. Back to the palms, touch, hinge forward. Inhale into a flat. Exhale into forward bend. Then step to the right leg back. Let's push back. Down and facing dog. From there, come into your plank. Ease chest chin or chaturanga, keeping those elbows in towards your ribs, sliding forward into the cobra or dog. Back into down dog. Let's take the right leg up. Step it forward, bring your second toe onto the midline, arranging your back foot so the arch is in line with the heel of the front foot. Middle arm up, coming into warrior two. The hips are facing towards the side here. Breathing. And then just bring both hands down, bring that front foot, step back into downward. Left leg up to the ceiling. Step it forward. Step it up to warrior two. Second toe on the line. Just adjusting that back foot. Halfway the arms up. So hips facing side on, front knee, tracking forward in line with the second toe, gazing over the front hand. Keeping those hands as if you're pushing down on something, activating your triceps. And then straighten the front foot, step back into downward. Take a nice breath here. And then let's step up or walk to the front of the mat. Inhale into a flat back. Extend forward. Arms all up, using the legs strongly. Back to the arms touch and come down. Open arms, inhale up. Back to the arms touch. Hinge forward. Bring the weight to the front of the feet. Maybe straighten legs now in your forward leg. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale into forward leg. Step the left leg back. Right leg back. Down and facing dog. So taking your choice of your vinyasa here. Holding down dog. Or coming into plank and maybe even holding plank. If it's too much for you, take chaturanga and chaturanga, baby cobra or up here. Back into down and facing dog. Left leg up to the ceiling this time. Step it forward onto the line. Back into those warrior two legs. Opening up into warrior two for a moment. Let's straighten the front leg. Level the hips here. Active through both this front side and coming into your triangle. Leaning into that back wall. Bring the chin into the chest to turn it to look up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, warrior two. Forearm on the thigh, coming into side angle. Strong through those legs. No weight on the legs. You're nice and light with the upper body. One more breath here. Back into warrior two. Bring the front foot, step back into down. Take a breath here. Lift up the right leg, step it forward. Same thing on the other side. Side. The right leg is forward this time. Heart beating into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Exhale into triangle. Feel yourself leaning into that wall at the back, lengthening this underside of the torso. Hand on the outside of the front shin. Move the chest bring up. Coming back up. Inhale. Exhaling into warrior two. Coming into side angle. Really feel that side body working as you press the outer edge of the back foot into the mat, lengthening and the energy going out all the way from the fingertips. And inhale back into warrior two. Bring the front foot, step back into downward facing dog. Rolling the shoulders away. And then let's walk the feet to the top of the mat. Or step off. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale into forward bend. And then from here, bring your thighs onto your ribs onto the thigh. You're in this forward bend. And then let's sweep the hands forward, coming into chair. Make sure the knees are hugging into each other. Bring your thighs parallel to the mat or going all the way down. Palms pressing into each other. Knees hugging into each other, grounded down to your feet. Opening the chest. Facing forward. Breathe. Coming back to parallel. Hold. Coming to 45. Hold. All the way up. Second palms touch. Moving forward into your forward. Taking a moment into this forward bend. Relaxing the belly, relaxing the back of the neck, with the front of the feet. Inhale into a flat back. Hold on to your ankles really, or your shins, even your thighs, and a nice straight back. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Hold it here, breathe. And exhale forward. Bring your hands to mat. Take the right foot back. Take the back down and facing down. From here, come forward into a high push up plank. Taking your choice of vinyasa. Please. Cobra or up dog. Back into down dog. Then from here, let's come forward into plank. Keep moving back. Glutes and legs working. Shoulders in the sockets. Holding here for 5 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling for 1. Inhale. And exhaling for 2. Strong in the plank. 3. And back into down dog. Hold it down dog for 5 breaths. Really roll those shoulders away from the ears. Relax the chest and belly. Ears are in line with your biceps. Taking the weight into the legs so that you're not dumping your weight in your wrists and shoulders. Inhale here and exhale. And then let's bring the knees down to the mat. Cross the ankles from behind. And let's count to 6. coming into Dandasana. So in your Dandasana, hands on either side of your hips, lift up, and then bring your sit bones onto the mat. Pick up legs evenly. Some can tie it forward. You can feel you're sinking down here. You take a slight bend in your knees, so we can have a nice straight back. Then here, or here, chin into the chest, breathing. And then we will chin up and we're going into, you have two options for the forward bend. So you can either take Janushirasana where you're bringing your heel in to the top of the same thigh or onto the opposite thigh. So you would here, come forward. Or those of you who can work without a block or have a block at home, lean to the side and coming into a Virasana foot. So I'm just going to, you can start with your right leg. If you're taking the Virasana foot, you're leaning over to the left and bringing your ankle onto the outside of your right hip. You want your hips and sit bones to be level. If you have a block, you can lift yourself up, sit on the block. Extended foot is flexed. So for those of you who are taking Janushirasana, depending on where you need, twisting myself forward. So you still have this extended flexed foot. From here, wherever you are with the leg, you're pressing your hands into the mat. Lengthening the tailbone, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, and then maybe walking them further forward. Staying wherever you can, stay with a nice long spine. Let's say extended foot. Those of you with very open hamstrings, either taking your hands onto your feet, on the ball of the foot, or around the heel. You want that long spine, soften the belly, then come to the thighs first, and then the chest coming down. Breathe. Extend your foot flex, working strong, and then let's walk the hands back, leave the side, and do that leg, or releasing that leg. Then before going to the other side, lift up into your nice Dandasana, rooted into those sit bones, and taking it onto the other side. Come through this time, so you're coming into Janushirasana, heel into the same thigh, right with this extended legs, twist yourself forward, walk the hands forward. So using a Virasana leg, lean over to the side, use that Virasana. We want level hips here. You don't want to be off to the side. Use the block if you need to. And then walk yourself forward. However far you can go, depending on your hamstrings. What we really want is a straight spine. So that it's straight and long. We're not hunching over and undoing all of the work we've done. Lengthening to come forward. Breathing. And then let's walk the hands back. See that leg coming out of the pose. And then from here, we're going to walk our hands one arm's length away from your bum. Bending the knees, feet are hip width apart, going into Purvottanasana 1. Puff the chest out. So we're not starting here. Puffing the chest out. Rounding down through the feet. Take your knees forward to lift up so that your knees lift, shoulders are in one line. Bring your chin towards the chest and then drop the head back or stay gazing at the navel. Breathing, engaging the glutes, holding the pose. And if you have taken your head back when you're coming out, bump down first and then the head comes up. And just toss the ankles in front, come forward, lift up into a down facing dog. Inhale here and exhale. And then let's take a vinyasa on the top. Coming forward into plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Baby cobra. Up dog. If you're in up dog, your thighs are lifting away from the mat. Rolling the shoulders. All the way back, coming back into down dog. Nice inhale here and exhale. And then let's bring the knees down. Cross the ankles behind us and come to sit. Before we go into our seated pose here. So for our seated pose today, we are going into fire log or Uttanasana. So we're going to flex the right foot, bring it parallel to the top edge of the mat. I know some of you did this in class on Monday as well. And then we're placing the left foot, bringing the heel onto the right knee. So we have two nice flexed feet. Now for some of us, this pose can be quite challenging depending on where we are with our hips. So start out leaning back. Then here, and then maybe walking yourself forward. And just observing where that knee is going to go for you. I know some of you in class have very open hips. So keeping your feet flexed, keeping the back nice and straight, and then walk your hands forward, coming into the forward bend. But if this is too much, you can always just stay here. Breathing, allowing that knee to come down towards the opposite foot. And then let's lean back, keep the feet flexed, undo the feet, and then go on to the other side. So those of us who find it to be more challenging, we lean back, take the left foot parallel to the top edge of the mat. So your shin is parallel to the top edge, foot is flexed. Flex the right foot, bring the heel onto your left knee, and then walking the hands forward. Just observing where the knee is going to go for you. One side might be, using then another. Breathing here. And if you walk forward on the other side, then you're walking forward. Softening the belly, lengthening the spine, lengthening the neck, breathing. Walk the hands back. Undo the legs, keep them flexed as you undo them. And then let's cross the ankles in front, come into the downward facing dog. Taking another arm forward into your leg. Please just bring on to the ground. Beautiful one. Walk there. And back into down dog. And then from here, it's bringing you down to the mat. Cross the ankles down behind you. Come all the way down. Lie down on the mat. Down to the heel. Feet up the spine. Come all the way down. And then from here, let's take the feet up into a tabletop one more time. Tailbone still grounding down. And then take them all the way up to the ceiling. And then let's open the palms. Move them into a T position. Bring them up. And then they face forward. If your shoulders are off the mat, ground your shoulders down into the mat at this point. Ground your tailbone into the mat. Activate the front of the thigh. And then you're lifting your head and shoulders off the mat. Fingers are reaching up to the ceiling while they're parallel to your feet. Of your legs. And then coming down with the legs and hands, bringing the feet slowly down to the mat. Putting the tailbone at the bottom. And all the way down. And then let's ground down to the feet. Coming up again, stirring that spine, so you come all the way up. And from here, we're going into our twist. So we're going into the Ardha Matsyendrasana twist. So we start from hook sitting. And you're first going to take your right heel to the outside of your left hip. So right heel to the outside of your left hip. And your right foot comes outside. Sorry, your left foot comes outside your right knee. In line with the knee as much as possible. And we're flexing this back foot, grounding down to the front foot. Grounding down to both sit bones. And then you bring your fingers into your floating ribs, twist over to the left, and then you're taking that right hand, hugging this thigh into its chest. So we stay here, or if you can, whilst your legs stay exactly the way they are, grounding down to both feet and this front knee. You lean forward with the chest. Bring your right arm onto the outside of the left thigh. Just staying here for today. Those of you who bind the pose can go ahead and bind the pose. But what's really important is keeping this front knee grounded. And then we're gazing over the back shoulder. Nice and relaxed with the back shoulder. So twists are detoxing poses. So it's nice to hold it here for a bit. As you inhale, you lengthen the spine as you exhale, twist the wrist. And then just gently unwind from the twist. Hands first, undo the legs so we come off the way we want to be. And then we're taking it onto the other side. This time, left heel onto the outside of the right hip and right foot on the outside of the left knee. So knee stays grounded at all times. Foot is grounded, back foot is flexed. So this is your foundation. And into the floating ribs, twisting over and holding on to the thigh with that left hand, making sure the knee stays down. staying here, or maybe leaning over, taking the arm on the tricep onto the thigh. So I'll show you how this way as well. So here, and if your back shoulder is going up into your ear, just relax the shoulder down. Gazing towards the back, rounding down through the feet, and then knee. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling. And then gently unwind from the twist. Cross the legs in front. And exhale back into a downward facing dog. The option here for you to either take a vinyasa or hold your down dog. Make it feel really nice to you after that twist. Forward into your plank, nice and strong. Back into down. So let's bring the knees down to the mat. Come right away to the back of your mat. You're sitting on your feet. Your toenails are pressing into the mat. So while you're here, really press those toenails into the mat. Lift the knees off the mat. Your hands, really get that sensation of your feet pressing, toenails pressing into the mat. And then let's take the hands forward. Lift up. Keep pressing those toenails into the mat as you bring yourself all the way down to lie in the middle. So keep that sensation of pressing toenails into the mat. Your ankle bones are together. Stop slight space between your heels. Take the hands forward. Lift them up. Bring them back. Thumbs in line with the nipples. And we're not putting all our weight on our hands. So maybe taking the hands off the mat, pressing down with the feet, rounding the pubic bone into the mat, knees off the mat, lifting up into baby forward. Slowly bring the hands down, no weight in the hands, lifting up until the skin above the belly button is still on the mat. Elbows into the ribs. Breathing. Breathing just towards the front of the mat. And then let's gently come down. Take a recovery breath. Slide the hands back. Back again with the feet together. This time we're lifting the head off the mat, shoulders, hands, and feet off the mat. Coming into Shalabhasana. Breathing here. Take the feet wide. Hold, point the toes. Triceps active. Bring the feet back together. Hold. And let's gently come back. Taking a recovery breath. So we're going back into another round of Shalabhasana. And for those of you who have practiced Shalabhasana 2, moving into supported Shalabhasana. So for that, we're lifting up, placing your palm underneath the body, opposite palm also underneath the body. So you have both palms pressing down into the mat, pinky fingers are touching. Chin onto the mat. Feet are pointed, shoulders pressing into the mat, lifting the feet up. Take the feet wide on the toes. Come back together and slowly coming down. Release the hands. From here, let's push back into a child pose. Taking a nice and covered breath. Softening here. And then let's come back into down facing dog. Taking one last vinyasa here if you like, or holding your down dog, just working with whatever's feeling good for you right now. And then let's take the right leg up to the ceiling, bending the knee, bringing the right knee to the right wrist. Walk the back toes all the way back. Then keep bringing the knee down, straighten that back foot. So we're coming into pivot. So just working with the front foot where you're able to keep your hips level. So some of us who found Mudita challenging, we might have the heel further in towards the hip. But if you're open in the hip, you can flex your foot, take it more parallel to the front edge of the mat, and find that level hip position that works for you. And then from here, walking the hands forward, coming down onto the forearms. Or all the way down. Just releasing and letting go. Breathing into your back ribs. Keeping the foot nice and straight. Letting go, huge exhalation. Releasing any tension, tightness. Whatever is going through your feet. Softening your heart center. And really sighing out any kind of tension, tightness, or anything that's coming up for you that didn't serve you today. Next inhalation, let's just walk the hands back, up the back toes, sit back into down dog, feet into that down dog, stop observing how does it feel on both sides. So let's take the left leg up to the ceiling, step it forward, walk the back toes back, and take the knee down, nice straight back foot. Again, that feeling of pressing those toenails into the mat. Flexing that front foot, taking it wider, if that's something that's available to you today. Softening, and then coming down onto the forearms. Moving into the back ribs, coming all the way down onto the forehead. Just letting go through that middle of the chest, sternum area, soften the belly. Keep the feet engaged. We walk ourselves out. Again, up the back toes. Back into down dog. Final down dog here. We'll feel that length. New leg. Slowly move away from the near the length of the spine. Then let's come up onto our tiptoes, knees out of the mat, cross the ankles from behind, and let's come to lie on the mat. So again, flex feet, bring yourself down, feet over the spine, come all the way down here. And before we go into our Shavasana, let's just take a figure of four stretch. It's kind of like doing pigeon, but on your back. So bring the left ankle over the right knee. Keep it foot flexed. Your left knee is going out towards the left side. Interlacing fingers to the back of your right thigh. And you're bringing the knees in towards the chest while the tailbone stays rounded on the mat. Shoulders are relaxed onto the mat. And then lifting that right foot to parallel, see how that feels for you, or keeping it close in towards the bum. And then let's squeeze. This time I'm taking the right ankle off the left knee and opening out that knee. Place the fingers behind the left thigh. Keep both feet flexed. Relax the chest and shoulders. Tailbone coming down to the mat. And next release. And finally coming into a happy baby, taking your hands on the outside of the feet or onto your shins, on the side of your shins. Try to relax that tailbone down to the mat, shoulders coming down to the mat. Bring the knees in towards the armpits. Gently rocking from side to side. And finally, give yourself a nice hug. Lifting the head, bringing the forehead into the knees, lifting the back of the neck. Coming into a nice tight ball. And gently releasing and lengthening yourself out, coming into Shavasana. So keep that hip to the path. Lengthen the tailbone towards your heels. Soften the ribs towards the back body. Lengthen the neck, chin into the chest. Arms on either side, face up to the ceiling, shoulders rolling away from the knees. And here, close your eyes. And with each exhalation, softening your face, neck, chest, belly. So all the way down. Allowing the body to absorb the benefits of your practice on cellular level. Let's gently begin to make small movements with our fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And then taking your hands above and behind you, pointing your toes, giving yourself a nice stretch. Inhaling as you stretch, and just as you exhale, releasing a deep sigh out of the mouth. So inhale, stretch, and release any tension. Gently move your head from side to side. And slowly roll over onto the right or left side, coming into a recovery position for a moment. And then let's come to sit in an easy cross leg. So if you habitually cross your legs one way, just uncross and take the other cross of the leg. Then rounding down through the sit bones, length through the spine. Let's come into our Ujjayi breathing. So we're going to inhale and hold the breath inside the body for a count of 2 or a count of 4, whichever feels comfortable to you. And as you exhale, release the breath from the body completely and hold the breath outside the body for a count of 2 or 4, depending on what feels comfortable to you. Just making sure you feel nice, open, easy in your chest as you do this. Inhaling, holding the breath, nice, calm, and easy as you hold the breath in. Exhale completely. Keeping the breath outside the body. And smoothly inhaling again without gasping. Hold inside the body. As you hold the breath, feeling the shoulders soft and relaxed. Holding the breath outside the body. Take one more round, and then moving into 3 final rounds of smooth Ujjayi breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, let's put our hands to our hearts. We'll close the practice with one Om. So inhale. I honor the place for renewal which the entire universe spreads. I honor the place for renewal which is of light, of love, of truth, and of peace. Realize that faith in you and I have that faith in you. Say I am. Put your hands forward, bowing. Gratitude to yourself and the individual practice. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Beautiful rocky
Thank you,
start.
Sabi.
But thanks for staying with it, guys. Good.
Thank you, Sabi.
Thank you, Sabi.
Good to see you all.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Sabi. Thanks.
So hopefully see you all soon. Take care.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.